Alrighty, hello, I'm back. I have been gone for a couple of weeks, we'll get to that, but today, just a quick intro, here we go.
A humble jumble of thoughts.
Whee! Episode 4. So today I don't really have anything lined up that I wanted to really talk about. I just wanted to give a life update. And with all my humble jumble of thoughts, these are mainly for me just to have documentation of what I've been thinking about and what I've been really just spending time thinking about. Yeah, so let's get right into it. I did not post any vlogs publicly for spring quarter. I took down my public vlogs from winter quarter, and those decisions came about because I realized the only reason I really was making these vlogs was for myself and future me to look back on them, and I really didn't want other people to be seeing them anymore, so I just decided to take them down and to make them private. So they're just for me. Going forward in the future, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with my vlogs. We'll see what happens. I might make public vlogs again, but we'll see. Yeah, this past quarter was good and it was bad. There were a lot of things that happened. The main one, I guess, just being that I am considering dropping my music major. For those of you who don't know, I am a rising junior at Northwestern studying bassoon performance and psychology, and I am thinking about dropping bassoon. This came about through basically gradually over the course of the past 5 months. I started really seeing that I just didn't enjoy playing my instrument anymore. And there was a lot of mental stuff that happened with that. I guess long story-ish, short-ish, is that I have a very, very pessimistic relationship with myself. The way I view progress is very black and white. I'm either doing well or I'm not. And for me, there's no in between. It's always, I'm either doing it or I'm not. And 100% of the time, I was not. And the way I've always viewed my progress in college was always this is where I am and this is where I need to be. But the thing is, as I get better, so do my expectations. So they both increase together, and it's I'm always chasing this higher level, which I think is not in and of itself a bad thing. That's just one of the ways that I view progress, and it gets to be a problem when my mindset with it goes more negatively, and that's what happened. It's always hard to see for ourselves the progress that we're making because we are with ourselves every single second of every day, and we're not able to see the small changes. But the people around us that aren't with us every day do see these things. But then there's also the problem of even if someone tells me that I'm making progress, that doesn't change how I feel. Because I got to the point where I realized the only person that could really make me believe that I was doing well was myself. And no matter what anyone else told me, no matter what anyone else said, I didn't really care. Or not that I didn't care, it just doesn't mean very much to me. I think I mentioned this in my previous humble jumble of thoughts, or maybe just in a different video that I made, but words of affirmations just don't mean much to me. So you could tell me that I'm the best bassoonist that has ever gone through this school, and I would just not care. I'll appreciate the compliment, but it doesn't mean anything to me. So I struggled a lot with music over the past few months. Specifically going into spring quarter, I struggled a lot with I would say incompetence, but that's gonna sound mean to myself. But just being in lessons and then being asked to do something and not being able to do it over and over again just not being able to do it and not being able to do what's asked of me, that I don't want to sound super like elitist and like up there, but like that's never been a problem for me. And for that to happen all of a sudden, and for it to happen multiple times, was like, it's very hard for me. And I got to the point where I just realized that like playing music brought me absolutely nothing. Like, I would perform in studio class, and typically like after a studio performance, I mean, I'm always gonna rip myself to shreds, but sometimes there are days where I'm like, that was a pretty decent performance. Every time I performed spring quarter, there like afterwards I was just like, what the hell was that? And I just realized like, yeah, music doesn't bring me any joy anymore. And throughout all this processing and thinking through things, I was like, what if it's because the thing that brings me fulfillment is playing in an ensemble, which I have not had the opportunity to do since the pandemic started. And that's a very viable, plausible reason, and that led me to the decision of like waiting until the fall at least to make a decision on whether or not I want to drop music, because I do want to give it a chance, but I also want to make sure I go into fall quarter without the expectation that playing in an ensemble might save my musical career or whatever. Yeah, that's basically how music has been going for me. Academic wise, like schoolwork has never really been a challenge in college for me. I think the challenge mostly comes from balancing being able to practice enough, which I never do. Like, I've never practiced enough, and like life outside of school, outside of practicing. I took a clinical psychology class this quarter to learn about I learned about a good number of the disorders in the DSM. Really enjoyed that class. That professor was great, and he was the one that kind of helped me get into psych research. So one of my goals going into spring quarter was to find opportunities to do research over the summer. And for me, that's kind of a big step, kind of overwhelming, because I don't really know what research means or what people do when they do research. So I went to my professor for help, and over the course of 4 or 5 weeks, I found myself contacting different labs on campus, talking to professors, talking to grad students, and I will be working in one of the labs on campus over the course of the summer, hopefully going forward as well. Over the summer, I'll be working like as a volunteer, essentially getting trained on, how they do stuff in the lab, and hopefully going forward into the fall and in the school year beyond, I'll be able to stay with them and continue doing work with them. I think the work that they're doing in this lab is super fascinating. Honestly, any lab that I contacted, I would have been really happy to work with, but especially this lab, I'm super excited to work in. Yeah, that's basically school. Oh, the one part I kind of didn't talk about with music was I decided that I'm taking a measured break from bassoon, which means it's not just like I'll pick it up once I feel like it, but I decided I'm taking all of June off. So I have not touched my instrument since the last week of school, and I won't be touching it until at least July 1st. So that is pretty important because my mental well-being has gone up so much since I stopped playing. But I don't think that is purely because I stopped playing. I've been able to go out and see friends a lot more now. Coincidentally, this is around the time when places started opening up again, and I was able to start seeing friends again. I've been playing a lot of volleyball recently. Been seeing my friends quite a bit, and that makes me super happy. Been spending my summer days really just chilling and taking the break that I deserve. Yeah, I'm gonna say that I deserve a break, and I'm really glad that I have this break. School sucks. School is tough, and this break, I've really just been consuming a lot of online content, really. I've been watching a lot of shows through Prime Video. I watched Invincible, great show, pretty short, easily bingeable. There's only one season of it out so far, so it's pretty easy. I started watching Suits. Oh my goodness. Suits is not as bingeable, but I've been watching for about a week and a half, and I'm halfway through season 2. No, I'm almost done with season 2. Okay, like, when I watched Invincible, I watched 2 to 3 episodes a day, so I finished in 3 days. I think I watched about 5 episodes a day of Suits. So, like, I'm working through it, but hey, it's a great show. Very invested. I've cried a few times already. So, yeah, I watch a lot of Suits. I also have found myself to be quite involved in the Twitch streaming community. If y'all know who Us the Duo are, they are a duo, husband and wife, Michael and Carissa Alvarado. They make music together. And Mike started streaming on Twitch at the end of last year. And I found myself in one of their streams in like March, and then somehow became plugged into their community and found that a whole bunch of the people in that community also stream. Found myself in their streams as well. Found myself in their streams. And I just keep going back because they're really fun people to hang out with. Virtually. I'm not good with words, but I've kind of made a brand for myself within that community of being like the hydration bot, of just reminding everyone to drink water, which is really, it's honestly very ironic. If any of y'all are watching this video and are at this point, like, I'm exposing myself. I used to never drink water. Like, I never felt the need to. I never got thirsty. Like, even when I played sports, when I played soccer and we would have practices outside in the summer in Texas, like, it's bad. But like, even then, I never drank a whole lot of water. But like now, I drink quite a bit of water now. I don't know like how that happened or why, but like, it did. And I love like when I go into someone's stream and I'll say hello and they just automatically drink a sip of water because they see my name. Like, I think that's so funny. And I love that. I really do. Oh yeah, speaking of Twitch, I think I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch and doing some music stuff. Wait, today is Friday, June 25th. Is that the date? Yes, today's the 25th. I spent a pretty good amount of today trying to figure out streaming stuff, getting a setup going. Like, I obviously have a mic. I have a guitar. And you know what else I got recently? Let me show you. Pow! I got lights. Yeah. No, Twitch has really kind of consumed my life quite a bit. Like, I use a lot of Twitch lingo now. I recently met up with one of the other streamers in that community, who happens to live in this area, and we were talking about how just like Twitch lingo has just made its way into our lives without us really even knowing. But yes, that is a lot of fun. Yeah, I haven't made covers for the past couple weeks just because I'm also taking a break from that. And I have ideas. I have songs that I want to do, but I also just want to take some time off and just chill a little bit. What else do I have for my life update? I'm moving to Evanston in late August. Going back to school. Going to Northwestern. Woohoo! As a junior. Ugh, that's wild. I still feel like a freshman. PA stuff. So the way orientation works at Northwestern is we have all the first years get put into groups of around 10 to 15 other first years within your same school, and that is your PA group. And then your like the leader of your PA group is your PA, your peer advisor. Your peer advisor is like a current student who is within that same school. So I'm gonna be a PA, and I will be helping out. I will be helping out at orientation, just taking like the students through all the different activities and leading them through discussions, or rather, not leading but facilitating discussions with them. So, my ring. In that regards, like PA stuff, nothing has really happened since the end of the quarter. We don't have any obligations until like mid-July when we get our roster of students. So that's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to contact them, get to know them, and just get them going on their whole Northwestern journey. That'll be really exciting. Any other life updates? I play Fortnite. I'm not gonna stream Fortnite, but I play Fortnite. Fortnite is fun. Volleyball is so much fun. I have decided I want to try out for the club team at school when I go back, so I'm kind of grinding this summer. Purely just like for the heck of it. Like I don't care if I make it or not, because I just want the opportunity to play with some good people at tryouts. We'll see if that happens. Do I have anything else I need to say? I don't think so. Yeah, I think this is it. I don't know how I end my videos. I haven't done this in a long time. Well, yeah, I guess I'm ending the video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And I hope you know that you are a lovely person. I hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful week, whatever is going on. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I guess I'll put a link in the description to my Twitch channel. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I want to turn the lights on again because they're so cool. Pow! Okay, it's kind of hard to see. This one's blue. There's a little bit of blue here. There's a little bit of pink over here. Yeah. Still trying to really figure out where to put them for the best vibes, because like they're on the floor right now going up this way. It's like, you can see it's like the down, whatever, the lighting from below is kind of distracting in a way, to me at least. So we're still gonna do some troubleshooting there. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you're doing well. I will catch y'all later. Remember to stay safe, stay happy, and be well. All right, bye bye.